Time to do a video. How does it look? That's like too far away. My pants are huge. Okay. I've got an old-fashioned video. That light's not pointing at me. Look, let's get back to basics, okay? Assumptions about me. You guys have assumptions about me, okay? Admit it. I have assumptions about you two. As a whole. Not individually, because I don't know you guys per se individually. I know some of you individually, but on Instagram, I asked you guys what assumptions you had about me, okay? Sarah told me this is a thing that people are doing now, and so I thought, hey, I need a video. I think people have assumptions about me. I get messages sometimes from people, and it's like, they're saying things that isn't who I am. And it's interesting to me, you know what I mean? And I don't necessarily say anything. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not like something I'm interested in, or that's not my like personality. People are like so sure that that's how I am. So I thought, hey, what the heck? Let's hop into this. This sounds fun to me. So I posted on Instagram and asked you guys, and you guys sent me a ton. Sarah is right over here, and she has the assumptions. So we're gonna go through them, if they're true or if they're not true.
There's a lot of them.
Are there?
Yes.
Hundreds? Thousands? Millions? Find the just find the good ones, okay? This is not a participation trophy. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones. Let's get to the good ones. But before we get into these assumptions, I just want to say a quick thank you so much to Harry's for sponsoring this episode and making what we do possible. I've been using Harry's razors for a few months now, and let me tell you, I absolutely love them. Harry's is a personal care brand that has reinvented the way you shave, helping you to shave in a premium, hassle-free way. This might sound a little weird, but I really, really love the solid, bold colored handles of the razors. It's just a thing I love. It's a super affordable price too, which, if you know me, I'm all about that. But even with that, they somehow managed to donate 1% of global sales to nonprofit organizations. For a limited time, Harry's has made their exclusive offer even better for you guys. New US customers can get a Harry's trial set and a free travel size body wash for just $3. That's over a $16 value for just $3 when you sign up. You'll get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, a travel cover, and a travel size body wash. It's an incredibly great deal. But act fast while supplies last. Go to harrys.com/Jordan Taylor to redeem your offer. And don't worry, they stand by their blades so much that they have a 100% money back guarantee. When you support my sponsor Harry's, you are 100% supporting us and what we do on this channel. So definitely go to harrys.com/Jordan Taylor and pick up your incredible deal. Now, let's get to the assumptions.
I assume that you'll see someone you know in public and purposefully walk in another direction.
I have done this before, but if it's somebody I am actually close with, I will not do that. I will make a point to talk to them. But if it's somebody that I've known and it's like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a long time. Are we even the same people? Or if I see them and it's like this thing where they don't initiate something and it seems like they don't want to say something to me, it's like, hey,
that's true.
I get that. I am annoying.
I don't think you'd walk in another direction, but I think that you would try to make it not awkward for them. So not initiate. So is it true or is it not true?
I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know. Find a controversial one.
That's what I'm trying to find. Some of these are very obvious.
That's fine. Obvious is fine.
You are a very deep thinker, and if you feel you are not using your time wisely, it is a huge burden on you.
This is somebody who knows me. That is exactly how I feel every single day. All right, I wake up like 5 a.m. and I just start going. And if I'm like, hey, if I feel like there's like a dead period of time in there, I get really antsy. It's actually probably a problem. I don't think I was always this way. When we got married and then we bought a house, it was like a switch turned on in my brain and it was like, let's go. I see everything that I own that needs to get done and it just weighs on me.
When you were younger, you liked the idea of having a career performing music. Performing.
No, I didn't want to perform. I still don't want to perform. Look, I recorded a CD and made a CD, and I will probably never, ever, ever perform, ever. That is my greatest fear.
You can't relate to people who were in public school.
I cannot relate to people in public school. My neighbors were all in public school, and I was great friends with them. I mean, great friends as in like I was very different from them, but it was like they would come over and we would play, and
I think you've had lots of friends who were in public school, so I would say this one is not a true assumption.
That's not? Okay. I can't.
I'm answering for you though, but
So like, I don't even know myself anymore. I think that's what we're realizing.
you're a genius.
I've never gotten my IQ tested. I don't consider myself a genius.
That was very nice of them.
Yeah, thank you.
They put some laughing emojis though, so. You want to get more land and get cows or other livestock.
Yes and no. I want to get more land. I don't want cows. I want like a cow. I want a cow, a miniature cow. That's kind of the dream. But yeah, more property would be great. We live on like 1 1/4 or something like that.
1
1 1/3. I would like to have 20 to 40. That's the goal. And I want a greenhouse. I want a garden. I want a large area for chickens. I want all of that, because you never know what's gonna happen in this world these days. That's what I've realized.
You were a Boy Scout.
No, I was not a Boy Scout, but that was a thought of mine that I thought would be awesome. I always really respected people that were Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. I thought that was really cool. But I just never, like, that wasn't like a thing my family really did.
I think
that
you
kind
would
of
have been a great Boy Scout.
Oh, I 100%. I would have been an incredible Boy Scout. But that initiation of I want to be a Boy Scout, I didn't. That wasn't me. Even though it's something I thought about.
Someone else said you like apple pie.
That's weird. I do. That apple pie is my favorite pie. How did they know that? I've never talked about that.
You were either a middle child or the youngest of a big family.
I wasn't the middle, and I was the youngest of a small family. So that's exactly right,
Half right.
but wrong.
It's exactly half right.
Exactly half right.
When Sarah makes dinner, you always ask what's in it.
Yes. But it's not an insult. I genuinely want to know. You know, you see something, and I think, I'm just always amazed that she can just whip this stuff out of nowhere. And so I'm like, hey, what's in this?
You're not a fan of the city, especially Nashville.
I'm not a fan of my city, Nashville, that I've lived in for 29 years. I love Nashville. Nashville is changing a lot, and it makes me sad, but you know, my property value goes up by the day, so that's nice. I can't complain about that. I wouldn't live in the city. I thought maybe I would, but now after I've lived out more in like the rural area, and with all the shutdowns and stuff that have gone on, I don't think I could live in the city right now.
You are of Jewish heritage.
I've wondered that myself. I don't think I am. I'm not. I'm not, but I really thought that I was. I don't know, but I'm not.
You were not a big math person in school.
So I thought that I wasn't a math person, but then when I got to college, I realized, oh, I had done high level math and nobody else really had. Like, I was doing like analytical geometry and stuff like in high school, and I didn't realize I didn't have to do that. It was just something that my parents were like, hey, you should, you know, let's do math. So I knew how to do a lot of stuff, but it never stuck in my brain.
I think you always felt like you were not a math person, but you were a math person. You used to lack confidence, but now you're pretty confident in yourself.
When I was a young child, I you know, I didn't know my place. Especially being the youngest, it's like you're kind of like not always in the shadow, you know what I mean? But you don't really know how to initiate something because you're always listening to an elder, somebody older than you. But as I got older, yeah, I mean, I'm very confident, like talking to people, anybody really. At the grocery store, I'll talk to anybody. I don't care who you are.
That's funny because I would say that you were a very confident child.
No, I was a confident. I mean, like when I was like younger, like much younger. When I was like a child, like when I was like 13 on, I was pretty confident. And I think it probably seemed like I was confident when I was much younger, but like in my mind, I was like not.
You have never eaten McDonald's before.
Surprisingly, this is gonna blow a lot of your guys' mind. I used to have McDonald's every single week. Every week. And I would have a burger, just the typical burger with nothing on it as a child. I was a little weird when it came to food for some reason. I'm not anymore. But I would get that every single week. And now I haven't had McDonald's in, I don't know when.
Wow, so many people think that you're smart. So you're a genius, you have a high IQ.
I need that in my life. I feel like I'm dumb.
There's so many of them, so just know that's an assumption about
Okay.
you. You have several books/story ideas in mind, but haven't started or finished most of them.
Yeah, I've actually written a children's book, and it's basically done. And honestly, I think it's actually pretty good. But I haven't done anything with it, and I have another book for like, adults, and I haven't finished that, but I have like the general concept, and I have pages of it done. So yeah, that's true.
You grew up well off and your parents helped you buy your house.
I don't even know what class my family, I mean, like middle.
I would not
class?
call it. I mean, you were not like.
No, I had friends that were like upper class. What's weird is I was thinking about this the other day. I didn't think about that at all growing up.
You were good, like you had everything you needed, but it's not like your family didn't have a budget.
Yeah, we didn't go
You're
on
just
like
a normal
crazy.
family.
We didn't really go on crazy trips. We went and visited our family in Florida, stayed with them, took like 2 trips out west driving and camping. I just didn't think about that. I really didn't.
And your parents didn't help us buy
Yeah.
anything. So you and Sarah are more lovey-dovey off camera.
I think that sometimes we can come across on camera like, maybe that's just me. I probably go too much on the other extreme of not wanting to seem like so like all on each other, because that really, when I see people do that online, that just really is kind of weird to me. So I probably go too much of the other extreme but I would say yes.
I would say,
Like,
I would say
significantly.
I would hope so, or marry. You rarely leave your house and don't like leaving it.
I don't think that that's true. I could stay in my house for a long time, probably longer than most people, but I like leaving. It's just I work from home. You know what I mean? So
That you are socially awkward. I feel like a lot of homeschoolers are, myself included.
I don't feel socially awkward at all.
I would say that's very untrue.
Sarah says very untrue, and I would agree.
Very untrue.
I don't feel socially awkward.
You only shop at Trader Joe's or farmers markets.
I pretty much only shop at Aldi and Kroger because they're cheaper.
And they're close by.
And they're close by. Whole Foods and Trader Joe's are pretty expensive, and they're far away. And the farmer's market is really far away. When we make a trip just for fun, but we're not like gonna go and stock up on anything.
You like to read when you sit down and do it, but sometimes it feels like a chore that you have to do.
Yes, that is 100% true. I have to have a regimen of how much I'm going to read every day, and like have a timeline of this is when I'm planning on finishing this book, because if I don't, I will just go days without reading. But when I start reading, like I really love it. It's just that mental barrier of like actually doing it. Just it's a hurdle.
You've never seen an R-rated movie.
No, I've seen R-rated movies. I don't watch R-rated movies that have the S in them, but I'll watch like R-rated movies if it's like about war or like stuff like that.
It depends
you know?
on the content.
It definitely depends on the content.
You are very out of touch with current pop culture.
I think that I am more in touch with that than people think, but less than the average person. Okay. But like, we really portray myself as knowing absolutely nothing about anything. Like, I don't know much about the Avengers and stuff like that. Like, we've done videos on that, but I know more than what it seems like. You know what I mean?
You are so judgy when it comes to nutrition and lifestyle.
I'm not judgy. I don't think. I mean, maybe I am judgy sometimes, but who isn't about things? But I'm more like, I want to help people. And it's when people can't see these just constant mistakes that they make, and it's just sad to me. It's not like I'm judging them. It's just like, well, hopefully they'll and like, I'll talk to them and they're like, oh, Jordan, you know, I know I should eat better and stuff. It's like, well, man, whenever you're ready, just I'm here if you ever run into trouble. Like, I literally have those conversations with them.
You're like 6'2".
No, what am I, like 5'9", 5?
Yeah, 5'9", 5'10", something like that.
6'2", no.
And we finally hit the bottom.
That's it? Wow. Guys, that was a lot. I didn't realize how many I was gonna get. Yeah, a lot of you guys really, I think we're just pretty honest on this channel. So that's encouraging. I guess I'm doing a pretty good job at portraying myself. I feel like I do a terrible job on this channel of portraying myself. I think I'm just always second guessing everything that I do. So that's just my nature. It was gonna be kind of sad if nobody even knew me at all after all these years. So I guess we're doing a good job over here. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Should I go with the mustache look? Probably not. I don't know.